It's the high school game of the week on 23 ABC, Friday Night Live. Brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm Stephen Hicks. We're here in the heart of league play, Southwest Yosemite League play on the line, and the weather that we've seen over the past couple of days didn't affect us here. It did up in the mountains. Fraser Park and Tehachapi had their games canceled. In fact, Tehachapi and East had that game canceled, and there won't be a makeup game, so both teams will finish with a 9-game season. But here at Centennial, crystal clear skies for their game tonight. They're looking to continue the roaring start that they've had behind first-year coach here at Centennial, Chad Brown. He, of course, came from North and completely turned the program around there in 2 years. He took a winless team and then took them to the playoffs, and so they're hoping he can continue that here and take them to at least a Central Section semifinal. They haven't done that since 2010. Those are, of course, the years of Cody Kessler. So could they keep it going and keep that momentum going in Southwest Yosemite League play? Let's go to the highlights. Centennial pumped up to be returning home as they run out, getting ready to take on Garces, and the defense would set the tone on the first drive. Danny Roach picks off quarterback Joseph Tobias, and he returns that inside the 20. It's taken down with a hard hit there, but the defense would get the offense going. Quarterback Cesar De Leon drops back, and that is Cole Nelson wide open in the end zone. First score of the game, putting the Golden Hawks on top. Couple punts for both teams, and then this play. De Leon on the screen pass, finding running back Hunter Galletti. Galletti following his blockers, and then he finds some open space. Finally gets taken down inside the 20. The quarter would end, so we'd switch sides, but the running game would keep things going for Centennial. Zach Hartsfield punching in the score, but a missed extra point and then a failed 2-point conversion put the score at 12-0 first half. Well, Garces looking to respond with their offense. This is quarterback Joseph Tobias. He finds the former quarterback Connor Bruce, and Bruce was on that sidelines, decides to switch it, completely switch fields, and he is finally taken down inside the red zone, but the offense would stall, and the kick is blocked. Centennial defense not giving up an inch. This has to go down as one of the catches of the year. De Leon just putting it up for Cole Beatty, and Beatty comes down with it. Well, the Golden Hawks looking to strike before the half ends. Here's De Leon again finding Beatty. That puts him down at the 1, but the clock keeps running. De Leon tries to sneak it in himself. He's kept at the 1, and the clock runs out. The half would end 12-0. That looked to be a turning point in the game, but Centennial came out and their offense continued to fire on all cylinders. Again, Beatty going up for a tough catch, and he comes down with another touchdown. The following kickoff is a pooch kick, and it's muffed. Centennial picks it up. The pressure just staying on the Rams, and one screen worked in the first half. Why not try it again? Galletti again on the screen pass. This time, he'll find his way into the end zone. The Golden Hawks rolling. Well, the untold story of the game was Centennial's defense. That sets up the offense. This is Monoletto Robinson just getting pushed out of bounds. The same drive, the pitch to Robinson, and this time, he would not be denied. Shirts tugging on him, but he pulls his way into the end zone. 31-0 at that point, and Centennial would hang on for another big win. Well, Garces falls to 1-6. Centennial improves to 5-2, but that all-important 2-0 in league play. After the game, we caught up with Cole Beatty, the wideout who pulled off that unbelievable grab, asked him how he was able to maintain concentration throughout that catch, and of course, Chad Brown on what this win can do for this program in this tough league.
Well, I wasn't even really expecting the ball, and just running down the field. Next thing you know, the ball's in the air, and I try to make a play.
I think from the beginning of the year, we've been stressing with this team that you guys are a great team, but you got to learn how to finish and come out. First half affect you if things didn't go bounce back, and they really showed that tonight. They didn't let it affect them. They came out fired up, they pushed through, and they finished the game.
How happy are you with the defense to keep the pedal on and not allow point?
I'm very proud. They stepped up to the plate with a 0 on the score, and that's huge, especially going into the next 3 games we have, which are the big ones in league. I think anyone's pumped up for a 2-0 in league in the SWYL, and then going into these next 3 games, BHS, Liberty, Frontier, they're going to be some tough ones. Our guys are excited. It's great to get that confidence going into those 3 games, and we're looking forward to it.
I know there's probably a dozen, but if you had to give the game ball to somebody, who would it be?
The guys that don't get any credit most of the time, our O-line really came out and played in the second half. We rode on their shoulders. We were powering the football down the field, and I was proud of their performance.
Yeah, Centennial 2 and here next, so there's really a tough road ahead, but there's really no easy way through this league. Well, coming up Coach Brown talked about that line. What a segue from him. Football is a brotherhood, but here at Centennial, it means even more. Find out how a pair of linemen are making opponents see double. It's Friday Night Live at Centennial High. Back after this.
Fan L, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Together, we have something special.
One thing about living in Kern County is all these. But despite all these rivalries, there's still one thing.
One thing! One thing!
We can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our new auto rates as low as 1.24 APR up to 48 months or 1.74 up to 66 months. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Are you ready for this? Marie Callender's Whole Pie to Go sale is here. French apple, chocolate cream. Whole Pie to Go sale ends October 31st. So hurry, just $7.99.
This is a story about doers, the artificial heart, electric guitars, and rockets to the moon. It's the story of America, land of the doers.
Doing it, did it, done.
Doers built this country, the dams and the railroads.
Henry was a steel driving man.
Catchy. They built the Golden Gates and the Empire States. And all this doing takes energy, no matter who's doing.
There's all kinds of doing up in here.
Or what they're doing. What the heck's he doing? Energy got us here, and it's our job to make sure there's enough to keep doers doing the stuff doers do, to keep us all doing what we do.
Hi, I'm Scott Rivera of the Scott Rivera.
I'm Willie Bragmore, top producing real estate agent west of the North Pole.
Over the last 15 years, I've helped thousands of people sell their homes for top dollar by pricing.
Sold more homes and bridges than anyone, ever.
By pricing them correctly right from the start.
Home pricing? Easy.
Actually, to maximize what you make, pricing it takes skill and should not be left up to chance.
Wait, you don't use a wheel?
Nope, no wheel. When you're ready to sell, I'm ready to help.
Who wants to crave and save? Marie Callender's Crave and Save menu is here. There's gourmet grilled cheese with bacon, a bacon, cheese, and avocado breakfast hasher, even a hearty fish and shrimp plate. The Crave and Save menu. Hurry in to Marie Callender's.
Upgrade to the improved 23ABC smartphone and tablet apps. Easier to read with sharp, larger text. Discover more stories. A better way to stay informed. The 23ABC app. Search 23ABC in your app store and upgrade today.
Welcome back to Centennial High. The Golden Hawks wrapped up an impressive 38-0 win over Garces, and it was the defense that really told the story tonight. Danny Roach with 2 interceptions. That set the tone for the offense. There was a number of players on offense who got the job done. It's an impressive win for Centennial. They improved to 2-0 in league play. Up next, Bakersfield, Liberty, and Frontier. A tough road ahead for them, but they are on the right track, led by first-year coach Chad Brown. Well, we've heard it week in and week out from these football teams that they become a family, and that the brothers who look out for one another. But here at Centennial, that phrase, that meaning of brothers looking out for one another, takes on a whole nother meaning. Take a look. If you've followed football for any period of time, you've heard the phrase, football is a brotherhood. But here at Centennial, that phrase takes on a literal meaning.
I'm Blaine Brown.
I'm Blake Brown.
We're twins.
Blaine is the starting center, and Blake the starting left guard.
Oh, you guys look a lot alike.
The two work side by side on the offensive line, and even off the football field, share all the same classes but one.
No matter what, they're always together.
The same, and when they're in uniform, they're nearly indistinguishable, even down to the same set of shoes.
Pretty much identical. There's not much way to tell them apart.
For first-year Centennial coach Chad Brown, that likeness led to some jokes by the twins.
The first 2 months I was here, every time I tried to say one of their first names, they would go, "That's not my name." So I'm Blaine. No, I'm Blake. No, I'm Blaine. And we'll go back and forth. I like to trick people.
But jokes aside, that chemistry, or twin telepathy, has helped the Golden Hawks offense put up an average of 30 points per game.
They work great together. They really bring the line together as a group.
We kind of just know what other person's gonna do.
And while one set of footballing twins is incredible enough, it's almost unbelievable that Centennial had another pair.
It's definitely kind of cool to see another set, really nice kids as well.
Andres and Pedro Quintero are also twins and played the same.
11 minutes older, it's that protection, I guess. I just had
had to always watch his back, and he watched mine.
Pedro has stayed on as a JV coach and talks with the twins about what it's like to play together. And on game day in the stands, cheering the loudest for the Browns are their parents. But even they might be a little confused.
They usually just yell the numbers, something they don't know who it is. They're just yelling for whoever
they makes the block or who they can see.
Or they say like, go Twins or go Browns.
So while friends and family may still not know who is who, Coach Chad Brown is just glad that their chemistry translates to the field.
They're in each other's heads, and they kind of know what the other one's going to do. And it's just nice to have on the offensive line especially.
And the only way to really tell them apart is their jersey numbers, but even that can't be trusted because the Quintero brothers told me that when coaches caught on to what they were doing during their playing days, they would switch jerseys. We don't know if the Browns are doing that, but it's a very cool story nonetheless. Well, still to come, a lot of big games going on across the county. We'll whip around and show you some of those scores, and it's starting to give us a clear picture of who will be playing in the playoffs. You don't want to see that. It's Friday Night Live at Centennial High. Back after this.
Fan L, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Together we have something special.
One thing about living in Kern County is all the great schools. And no matter what school you go to, there's still one thing.
One thing
We can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our new auto rates as low as 1.24 APR up to 48 months or 1.74 up to 66 months. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Got a lot of land to work? Now during Kubota's Power to Do Great Things sales event, get an M-Series tractor with a powerful 100 to 135 horsepower clean diesel engine, Grand X control technology, and the largest cab in its class. Get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 5 years, or customer instant rebates up to $3,000 when you buy a new M-Series tractor. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit CaliforniaKubotaDealers.com.
The 7-day forecast is brought to you by the Bakersfield Condors. The Condors are in the new NHL 16 video game, and we'll celebrate with an EA Sports giveaway on Saturday night. 30 people will win either an NHL 16, Madden 16, or FIFA 16 video game.
You shouldn't have to empty your wallet to fill your tank. Nissan makes America's most fuel-efficient full line, and one car that uses no gas at all. Choose what's right for you, like 0% APR for up to 72 months on the 40 mpg Highway Nissan Sentra or the 38 mpg Highway Nissan Altima. Hang on to more of your money. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Later tonight on Nightline, everything changed in an instant for a young couple staging a photo shoot on railroad tracks. Why are these incidents on the rise? Plus, we're with a transgender teen preparing for life-changing surgery.
DC's RV Center. We provide everything but your destination.
DC's RV Center, yeah.
Welcome back. We're still here at Centennial High. 38-0. The Golden Hawks beat Garces. It was actually a close game at halftime, 12-0. Centennial looking to score it again right before the half. They were held at the 1. The Rams, they rushed into the locker room with all that momentum, and it looked to be a close game. But the Golden Hawks came out firing on all cylinders, led by that defense. We said it before. Danny Roach had 2 interceptions tonight. He was just one example of that defensive unit that really they shut out the Rams. It was a very impressive performance. But this wasn't the only game, the only big game going on. We want to show you right now some of the other big scores. Start in the Southwest Yosemite League. Bakersfield and Liberty are 2 teams that entered with huge expectations, but both lost their first 2 games. They've both taken care of business since then. BHS on the road against Frontier. That was a close game to start, but BHS ran away. They win it 38-28. Stockdale, they made news earlier this week by suspending their head coach Brett Shelton indefinitely for what they call personal reasons. Well, Liberty looked great last week. They looked great last week against Frontier. 6 touchdowns by quarterback Jordan Love. We're hearing more of the same tonight on homecoming night. Liberty wins that one big, 42-7. Well, Ridgeview, they entered this week at 6-0 and the #1 team ranked in the section. They're taking on a West team that had won 3 of their last 4. Ridgeview took care of business 48-13. More South Yosemite League scores. 3-3 Golden Valley taking on a 2-4 Independence. 1 in league play. but it is Independence who picks up the win there, 35-22. Let's go now to the the South Sequoia League, BCHS, another team that struggled to start the year, but they did stack their schedule with very tough opponents. Since starting league play, they're another team that has taken care of business, improving to 4-0 in league play. They win that one easily, 48-14 over Shafter. Meanwhile, Chavez, the team that has put up the biggest fight to the Eagles, just losing by a last-second field goal last week. They improved to 2-1 in league, 6-1 overall. They're taking on a 7-1 Kennedy team next week. And as for that Southwest Yosemite League play, the Centennial Golden Hawks, they're in first place right now, 2-0. Right behind them is Liberty and BHS. Both are at 2-0, but their overall records drag them down a little bit. That is going to be a very tough battle the rest of the way. Be sure to join us next week. We'll be at South High School for their matchup against Foothill. Until then, I'm Stephen Hicks. Have a great night.